That was then.
Here's a picture of my twin brother, Ted, as I like to say.
This is now. Our cameras record a year in the life as he becomes a she.
Am I my dad's son still, or am I his daughter?
I was devastated.
Am I her wife? Am I her husband?
I miss being able to go out on a date with my husband and hug him and kiss him in public. I don't feel comfortable doing that.
A secret since childhood that will change the lives of an entire family, 2 women and their 2 little children. As their father becomes their mother, how do they understand this incredible change?
Did you always have 2 mommies? Do you know what happened?
She had a girl inside her, and so she went on her surgery to get it out.
Really?
Facing old friends, new prospects, and a wife who doesn't know what to do.
I still love him, her.
I don't want to let her go, but I know I have to.
We just want them to, be happy. Be happy that they have each other.
Family Secrets, a Primetime limited series. Here's Juju Chang.
For the past year, ABC News has followed one courageous but sometimes conflicted wife and 2 little children as they navigate the twisting road of gender transition. It's a story with secrets, a medical mystery, but above all else, the most unexpected kind of love story.
Oh my goodness, look at those muscles.
In the year 2009, 2 women living together as a couple, raising their sons, may not be typical, but it's not unheard of, even here in northern Ohio. Chloe and Renee Prince have been together since their first encounter 9 years ago. Their apartments were just doors apart.
She knocks on my door needing somebody to fix her computer, and I'm like, oh my god, you know. Hot Renee is at my door.
When I first met you, I love the fact that you're the kind of person that's not afraid. And I found that very attractive. And, yeah.
And like all couples, Renee and Chloe Prince struggle with work, finances, and raising their sons, Logan and Barry, ages 7.5 and 6.
This is me.
Yep.
Not me. This is Barry. This is Mom. And this is our mom, our other mom that used to be Dad.
But this is not a typical story of 2 moms.
This bedroom for the last few years has had 3 people living in it.
There is another person in Chloe and Renee's marriage, a man. Renee desperately wants him to stay, but Chloe can't live with him anymore.
Here's a picture of my twin brother, Ted, as I like to say.
Chloe Prince is a male-to-female transsexual. Her gender reassignment surgery happened in May of 2008. For the past year, we've followed Chloe and her family as that gigantic plunge into womanhood continues to leave ripple effects.
When you decide to transition, everybody else transitions with you,
Whether they want to or not.
whether they want to or not.
It's a transition that had been coming for more than 30 years.
I was a happy little boy. I just had my Tonka trucks like every little boy out there.
So you were a boyish boy, it sounds like.
Yeah, I was a boyish boy. My first feeling when I was younger came when I was about 4 years old. You know, I had a sister, and I would see her clothes, and I would see my clothes, and I didn't like my clothes so much as I did hers.
Ted kept those thoughts and feelings secret, but they continued throughout his childhood and into adolescence.
I remember days sitting in classes, and it was torture. I would look at these girls with this long, beautiful hair. I couldn't sort it out whether, I wanted to be that girl or be with that girl, and it was very hard.
Then in high school, Ted began keeping a hidden stash of women's underwear that he wore on the sly under his regular clothes.
You didn't go to stores and buy them.
No, I would order them off of the catalogs like Sears or whatever, and I would get a post office box and have them all sent there.
Clever.
The most ultimate collection of Victoria's Secret underwear, very expensive stuff that I've ordered, And one day I came home and there's a bag out on the kitchen table, and it's turned out and it's all my clothes and underwear and stuff. And my mom's like, we need to talk about this. I'm like, no, Mom. I was like, I've held on to this stuff long enough. I'm gonna get rid of this stuff. So I just got rid of it all.
He soon bought more.
You had been cross-dressing in private.
I had been cross-dressing in private. I only had men's underwear if I was going to the doctor or something.
Ted felt completely alone, unaware of the millions of people who struggle with gender identity issues. By his late 20s, Ted was in a relationship serious enough that he felt safe sharing his secret.
You know, without getting too intimate, your heterosexual sex life was fine.
It was fine with her, you know, and I didn't think about sex with men.
So you were always attracted to women.
I was always attracted to women, but it came to a point where I needed to start expressing myself more, and she got to the point where she says, I need to be with a man.
A real man.
I need a real man.
What did she mean by that?
She knew better than myself where I was going in life.
Several months after being dumped, desperate to get his life on track, Ted got engaged to Renee, a redhead he'd had his eye on for years.
So you set out to get hitched?
I did.
And so you met Renee.
I met Renee.
And legitimately fell in love.
Yep, and I loved her.
Another day and you open your eyes.
We dated for 3 weeks, and I proposed to her. The first question my mom asked me was, did you tell her? Because my mom knew, I had confided to my mom that I had these feelings early on in my 20s.
Not only feelings, but a walk-in closet full of women's clothing in size extra large.
I told Renee right before we got married. I opened up the closet and I said, everything in this room belongs to me. And she started looking around. So? And I just looked at her and I says, everything in this room is mine. And she says, oh.
And he told me he went to counseling, and the counselor said, you're fine. And I just thought that was an aspect of him that I could live with, you know.
So you didn't
It
think...
wasn't going to interfere with our life.
And it wasn't going to stop your romance.
Right.
Or your marriage, for that matter.
Right.
Ted and Renee had a private wedding ceremony in the Poconos, and within months, Renee was expecting their first son. That's when things first started to unravel. Ted was occasionally mean to his pregnant wife, although she didn't know why.
I wanted to be the one there carrying this baby, you know? And I wanted to feel that life inside me.
I didn't recognize it. Maybe if I thought it was jealousy, maybe it was jealous of the baby and not of actually me.
It was only when the family was faced with a medical mystery that their lives truly came undone. The secret that would change the Prince family forever. When we come back.